Hey y'all, this is Ben from the editing booth. I just want to let you know what you're about to watch. It is not a spike ball round net video. It is about Blood on the Clocktower. Really fun social deduction game. Also one of my favorite games. And it's a variant created by Besjbo. It's Quantum Clocktower, where players are not given exact characters to start the game. They have to collapse their superposition by making decisions actively and also sometimes passively to become characters and solve the game for good or for evil. And it's really fun. This was a really cool endeavor trying to get multiple perspectives together for a Blood on the Clocktower variant and doing it with the RHAP patrons. It was really fun getting all the perspectives together, watching this back. I hope you enjoy it too. If you do and you want to see more things like this, it's very easy. You just support it by liking this video, by commenting some of your favorite timestamps. And if you want to share this with friends who like Blood on the Clocktower or are curious about Quantum Clocktower, this is a great thing to do. Just share it with friends. So without further ado, enjoy this Quantum Clocktower game.
And the game is over.
What?
Hey! If universes collapse, I will tell you that a choice is invalid. If you collapse into a specific role, you will stop making choices, and I will simply tell you
I'd love to stop
your
making
information like a normal game of Blood on the Clocktower. This is all going to be a normal game of Blood on the Clocktower. Does everybody have a token?
Yes.
Wait, where did we get tokens?
All right.
I'm drunk.
I have
I'm
tokens.
putting you on the white.
Me too.
All
I'm
right.
also drunk.
Have a good night. Bryce, Dwarf, Fishy, Addie, Evil. Who is the demon? I know you guys all looked at this already, but Fishy picked Bryce.
Bryce picked Dwarf and Addie picked Addie.
I'm going to do a 4-sided dice. And whoever number comes up, it's their choice that wins.
Yes. Okay, that's
So-
yes.
So Dwarf is 1, Fishy is 2, Bryce is 3, Addie is 4. That's not who the demon is, it's whose choice of the demon is the demon. And I am going to roll that. I think Discord can see me rolling this. And it landed on a 4. Just want to make sure that this is a proper dice. Yeah, 4 is Addie. Yep, okay, I just wanted to make sure that works right. So yes, 4 is Addie, which means Addie is our demon. All right, so I'm still just waiting for Addie's bluffs. You know what, I'm still going to do... Oh wait, there we go. Tea Lady, Golem, and Gambler.
It's an interesting play. It could force a non-waking minion into Mastermind if she goes Fangio.
Fishy, Dwarf, and Bryce, do you see a damsel? And do you wake?
And you can probably ask Addie if she wakes as well at this point.
Yeah. Okay, Addie does not wake, so she is not taking Fangio. Oh, so she is taking Fangio. She is forcing herself into Fangio. So that puts us at 3 outsiders.
It means
I'm
that there
taking
can't
her-
be a Baron.
I'm changing Addie's token, right? That is locked in now.
Yeah.
It means there cannot be a Baron. So
It means that
2
the 3
minions
outsiders
must
are-
wake. Okay, so no, hold on. It doesn't. I didn't have the damsel picks yet. Fishy says no damsel.
The other two both said damsel.
Oh, they both said damsel, which means we have to do a dice roll.
Yep.
Dwarf is 1, Fishy is 2, Bryce is 3. This is 4 if there's a damsel. It's a 3. So that's Bryce who said
Yes.
yes. There's a damsel.
Okay, so damsel's
All
in
right,
play.
so let me wake them each and tell them there's a damsel in play.
Hello, demon. How are
Hi.
you feeling? What are you thinking? What do you got going on?
So I'm feeling medium. I did a lot of planning for how I would collapse my worlds as a good player, the different alternate picks I would make, all the different roles. I did a medium amount of I looked at what the roles were for the evil team and thought about oh, it's kind of weird. You don't know if you're the DA or the poisoner, if you're the Baron or the Mastermind, but did not plan too much for evil. So this will be a lot of a lot of impromptu-ness, and it'll be very interesting because it will take a while for me to see the fruit of my kills. So, and also I pretty sure I limited myself to Fangu by choosing not to wake tonight. And so, in doing that, who is going to end up being the outsider at the evil that randomly finds out that they are now the demon? And how is that going to work? Because whenever I chose Gollum as a bluff, I did not think about the fact I wasn't planning to make Fangu my demon. And so how does that play into things? But I think it'll be fun. I can play chaotic confused pretty well, and I'm just going to try to be chaotic confused. So yeah.
And so, talk us through the bluffs you chose. What was the thought process on Tea Lady, Gollum, and Gambler?
Oh, this is okay. So, Gambler, I had already told a few people that I just want to collapse myself into Gambler ASAP as possible. And so I wanted to have that so that I can at least make that a possibility for me to bluff that Tea Lady. I wanted to take away some protection. I don't want other people. So Gambler was so that I could have it as a bluff. Tea Lady was so that no one else could have it. And Gollum was so that Mason couldn't. Because he said that he said a thing about wanting to. Also, Gollum it says it's an outsider, but it's also a lose condition for the evil team. Like, if they nominate the demon, it kind of gives away who the demon is if they get it right. And I feel like it's the most dangerous of the outsiders. But also, Mason said he wanted to be Gollum, and I guess I'm a little mean. I'm sorry, Mason.
All right, thank you. Also, Puzzles is correct. We are going to need to do a dice roll for the minions. They have all chosen to wake.
Okay, so now we're doing a dice roll for the two minions that wake. I guess I'll just do a dice roll for which one has to not wake, right? That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 is Dwarf, 2 is Fishy, 3 is Bryce, and it's a 1. So Dwarf gets an invalid choice. And I'm not saying pick again, I'm just saying you do not wake. And Dwarf is now locked as our mastermind.
Yes.
Oh wait, no.
No, could be a Baron still.
No, it can't. It's base
No,
2 plus
5.
2 plus 1. Yeah, we can't, and we don't have a golem. So Dwarf is our mastermind. So Fishy woke and selected Hannah. So Hannah is either DA protected or poisoned. And Bryce woke and select Pam. Dwarf does not woke and also can't be the Baron. So we have collapsed 2 players already. Look at us go. Okay, I think we're good to deal with the good team now. We have, how many people do you say wake? 3 people, 4 people woke and saw a 0?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people woke and saw 0.
They all picked 0. That's
Yes.
wild.
We only have 2 that tried to go into Pixie, which are John K. and Dwight.
All right, let's start with that. But okay, if Dwight is Pixie, oh, they both did the same thing, didn't they? No, John K. did Monk. Okay, so if Dwight is Pixie, he is either drunk or puzzle drunk.
Yes.
All right, so 1 is Dwight, 2 is John K, and it's a 2. So John K gets wakes and learns a role via token. So he is either the drunk or the Pixie. Oh, and this spreadsheet wants me to believe he could also be the damsel, but he can't. He sees the monk token. So Dwight gets an invalid choice. Please choose again. Okay, so we have 5 people who saw a number, all of whom somehow saw 0. And we can have at most 3 people see a number.
5
Correct.
woke up and saw a 0.
No, I know 5 woke up and saw a number, but
3 is the
3 at
max you
most.
can.
Oh.
A clockmaker, an empath, and a mathematician.
Correct.
Yes.
Only 2 can see a 0. Yes, you can't have a clock 0.
Do we have to wait for Dwight to?
No, because
finish
Dwight's is a
remaking his
second.
pick?
Dwight's is a second round
Okay.
choice, so the first round
Okay.
choices go first. Dwight's going to end up not waking, but he doesn't know that yet. Okay, so the ones with the number are Shane, Sarah, Steven, and Bobby. Oh,
And-
Hannah and Bobby. All right, so 1 for Shane, 2 for Sarah, 3 for Steven, 4 for Hannah, 5 for Bobby. 5-sided roll. And there's a 4. So the first person who sees a number is Hannah. Oh, so there's only 2 people who can see the number that they're saying, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so we're only getting 2 numbers here. So now it's a 4-sided. So Hannah is locked into seeing a number. And now it's going to be 1 is Shane, 2 is Sarah, 3 is Steven, 4 is Bobby. It's a 2.
Sarah.
So Sarah sees a 0. All right, number 0. And Hannah is wearing a number 0. But Hannah does not need to have an accurate number.
Which is perfect for
An empath.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be terrific. We'll see if we get there. Okay. So the others need to be told invalid choice. So that is Bobby, Shane, and Steven.
So just for clarity here, we don't know that Hannah is poisoned and not DA protected.
We don't know that.
I could only put 1 of each token out, so I
No,
put
that's fair.
1 on Hannah.
Oh, there should be a button that lets you. Oh no, that's only as a player that you can duplicate
Yeah.
tokens.
Yeah.
I don't know
it's really
why.
annoying. I don't know why they got rid of that. It's really annoying. Because it used to work even as a storyteller, and they got rid of it on a recent update.
Yeah. Invalid choice. Please choose again. Okay, who are our non-wakers?
Everyone else.
All right, so that's how many
Dwight
people?
is now not
1, 2.
waking.
Okay, well that's a second tier choice, so we will get back to that.
Everyone
but
who is
next-
chosen to not wake cannot wake.
Okay, great. So let's set those up. Well, no, but Dwight's choice gets paired with Shane and Steven and Bobby, because those are second round choices.
Sure, but his second round choice was do not wake.
Okay, but if they also choose do not wake and we need someone else to wake, they'll have to. One of them will have to choose again.
1, 2, 3. 2.
Okay, so all 3 that woke and learned a 0 now wake and learn a 1, which is a valid clockmaker number.
It is a valid. It's a valid clockmaker number. That's right. That's wild. Okay, so only one of them can do that, but let's see who it is. So, Shane is 1, Steven is 2, Bobby is 3. 3-sided dice. It's 1.
So Shane.
So Shane wakes and learns a 1. We don't know that he's the clockmaker, but it's certainly looking that way.
Male.
Okay. So I just found out that I do not wake, which is very sad, because that makes my life a little harder. So we can cross off empath, math, and I think clockmaker, and I'm going to cross off pixie because I would need to wake and learn something day 1, I think. So, but this also makes me suspicious that I have evil neighbors, so they didn't want me to fall into empath. So I hope I just don't embarrass myself by winking there, but keep that in the back of my mind. Let me write a note. Am I by evil? Question mark. John K. and Dwight.
So Shane is the clockmaker, right?
Wait, why?
Because the other 2 players who learned numbers both learned 0. So Sarah is either drunk or puzzle drunk. Hannah can be poisoned. But if Hannah's poisoned, she's either the empath or the math. Either way, her information was messed with. So Sarah can't get a 0 as either the empath or the math either.
She could. Wait, Hannah could be a DA protected sober math with a 0. And Mora has a good point. If Hannah is the drunk, Sarah can be math.
That's also true. Okay, so they are the empath and the math, or they have the empath and math tokens. We do not know. So we don't know yet if John K is sober or not, if there's a monk in play or not. Now, we do now live in constant fear of when a Fengu jump will happen.
Hooray.
All right, so it seems here that I wanted to get some info, right? Okay, so I got some info. After waking and learning a 0, invalid. That's fine. Woke up, learn a 1. Now, I could be many different options, but I behave both as a particle and a wave function. And due to the ultraviolet catastrophe, I can either be an empath, a mathematician, I could be a drunk, a clockmaker, but also puzzle drunk. But, I'll say to everyone else, you may eventually know my position, but you may not know my momentum. It's pecan. Woo! Okay, that's it.
The 5 of us here are dead.
Oh my.
Wow.
Anyways, slaughter.
That's crazy.
Thanks.
There's a lot of murder.
It sure is,
A
and
lot
one
of
of you is
murder.
responsible. You should spend time
That's
solving
great.
that. I'm going to give you only a few minutes today, and we'll increase
Only a
the
few
time
minutes.
as the game goes on, as you have more information.
Do you want to hard trust each other in this game entirely?
Sure.
Okay, so I chose to wake and learn a 0. So I'm going for either clockmaker, or not clockmaker, but like drunk, I guess. Because you can't get a clock 0. That's crazy. Empath or mathematician was what I was trying to go for. Or
So empath or mathematician.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I was trying to be funny and I tried to see a roll as the pixie, and that did not work.
Okay. I was watching that on the Grim Scenario stream, and that's because Pixie was a demon bluff. That it didn't work for anyone.
Oh, interesting. Well, good to know. I'm not going to say what roll yet because I just want to see, like, because I think. Well, I guess if someone had already done it, then maybe it wouldn't matter. Right?
Yeah. Well, I think that if it didn't work, I don't know. My thought is it's most likely that Pixie just won't work, rather than like the roll you were trying to see wasn't going to work.
Sure.
It worked when you did a different roll.
Yeah, I decided I I was like, oh, I'll be fun and try to see the pixie, and then I was like, actually no. So I decided not to wake after I was told that was an invalid choice, which maybe I should have tried a few more times, but I was just like,
it's useful. Are you gonna try and potentially be Gollum and like not nominate?
Potentially. I haven't decided if I want to wake tonight yet or not. I kind of want to see. Yeah, I'll keep in touch with you after because I want to see what everyone else is doing just to see what's going on. Okay, that's good to know. So night 1, 0.
Yep, night 1, 0. Okay, all right.
Great.
Talk to you later.
Good.
Hello.
All right. So, what exactly are we allowed to discuss from the night? I actually don't know.
I don't think there's rules about what you can discuss or not.
Okay, so you can discuss like if we tried to do something and then we were told it's invalid.
Yes.
Okay, great. I tried to basically make myself the pixie.
Okay.
Myself Pixie Tea Lady, was told my choice was invalid. So then I just chose to not wake up instead.
Okay, so I chose to wake up, and I picked 0. I wanted to go for empath. Was told invalid. Choose again. So I did 1, because then I could maybe be like a mathematician or a clockmaker, or an empath. So those 3 were the kind of the ones I'm going for. I was told invalid, and then I did not wake.
Okay.
So I wrote down that empath, math, and clockmaker are either in use, like by good players, or bluffs.
Okay, so from that, I know Pixie is definitely in use then, because if you
and Pixie is one of the ones I crossed off for day 1. So
yeah, because if you didn't wake and I tried to Pixie see a tea lady, then that would have been valid. Essentially, so yeah.
Pixie, I would think would be a good bluff.
For
evil.
Yeah, that could be a bluff for me too. Okay, Pixie in use or bluff. Good call. Forgot about that.
Yep, the videos I watched, everyone chose Pixie, so I made note of that.
Got it. All right. Well, this is gonna be fun to
So
figure
your
out.
claimant did not wake, right?
Yeah, I did not wake.
All right. Bye.
1. Thank you.
Hello.
I guess what do we have? I did not wake up.
I had an interesting night.
Okay.
I tried to wake up and learn a 0, and then I was told not eligible. And then I tried to wake up again and learn a 1, and then I was told not eligible. And then I was like, fuck it, I don't wake. Maybe I should have kept trying numbers and go for like a clock or something. But not eligible off the bat. When there are 3 rolls at 3 rolls that should learn that could learn a number. Clock couldn't learn a 0 unless they're like Droizened, but I think that's interesting.
So all right, couldn't get 1 or 0, and then you chose not to wake. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't be the clockmaker. You also maybe can't have been the empath.
I don't think I can be a 0 and a 1 seem both eligible, so I would assume.
Right. I mean, I think we got this solved day 1. We voted out Addie and Pam in the game.
I should have said 2, right?
You worked your way to an empath too. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that empath was chosen as a bluff, and that's why I couldn't get that. And then maybe like someone else got a clock number or something like that. I don't know, but I don't wake. Night 1. You don't wake either.
Yeah, I didn't even try to wake, so.
Okay. All right. Well, I have no idea if I'll try to wake tomorrow or if not.
No, I want to be. This is a game where I can dictate my own fortune. I want to become an outsider, and if that means I'm the damsel, that's fun. But I want to try and go and punch someone at the end.
It
So,
might work, right? Who knows? Maybe it'll collapse into winning.
That's where I'm going. And if I just say it enough, like it wills it into existence, right? That's how this works, Andrew?
Exactly. Well, I tried to say a couple things last night, and they were not willed into existence. So we will see what happens tonight.
John K., what's going on?
Hello. I think I need to move my camera over here. I'm going to be looking at the wrong area. Okay. I was going to see if you woke up yesterday.
I did not. Did you wake up?
I also did not wake up. I'm going to elect to wake up tonight.
What are you trying to do tonight?
There's a couple roles I want to try to get, but mainly I want to shoot for monk.
Okay. That makes sense.
What about you?
I have a role I think that I want to try for, but I don't think I'll end up sober at the end of it.
Okay, won't end up sober. But you did not wake up?
I have not woken up yet, no.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try to see if anybody's woken up. Okay.
Okay,
One.
sounds
I didn't
good.
wake. You didn't wake.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay. So, did you wake?
No, I did not wake. I was forced into not waking.
Interesting. So, probably Bryce and I both woke then?
Yeah, so you chose to wake. So you guys are both either the poison or the devil's advocate right now.
Got it. So Addie said that the bluffs are Golem, Gambler, Tea Lady, and she wants Gambler.
Golem, Gambler, Tea Lady. Okay.
She wants Gambler. I'm just gonna say I didn't wake since all the bluffs are non-waking rolls.
I wanted to try to land into a non-waking roll as well, so that's good.
I would guess you're most likely going to collapse into the Baron because
with the damsel, I agree
learn
with
a
that.
damsel. I said no because I wanted Mastermind over or whatever Baron, but like we're probably in a Baron world already.
Yeah, I've put the Baron token next to me because of the damsel, but there could still be a state where I land as the Mastermind.
Yeah, but unlikely, I think.
I think it's unlikely as well.
Okay, Addie's trying to be a Fangu.
She's trying to be a Fangu.
Or she is the Fangu. She's sure.
Yeah, if she didn't wake, she's definitely the Fangu.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I would have tried to for Pucka or Leech, but
me too. So I need to coordinate with Bryce so that we know who the DA is and who the poisoner is for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
All right. She.
Hi, Ringo! Oh, cutie. What do you want to share?
What's up? I did not do anything at night.
Me neither.
Nice. So you're Bear and I'm Mastermind?
Right. Night one. Okay.
We can switch it if you want.
Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, keep our options open.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Good talk.
What's up?
Sorry, we're still making notes.
Okay, that's fair. What kind of notes are you making about yourself? Did you wake up? Did you choose not to wake up?
I have not woken up.
Ooh, I chose to wake up.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Why? So I'm assuming then that you have a number?
I do. I'm gonna find out maybe more, but I'm not quite sure yet, you know?
Okay. Are you sharing your number?
Yeah. Does it hurt to? I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know what it is yet, but you know.
Yeah, 1. It could be anything.
Okay.
So
yeah.
that's why it could be anything. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, bye.
What happened to you?
So I was trying to be funny and turn into the pixie, and that did not work.
I did the exact same thing.
Oh, did it work for you?
Nope. I tried doing Pixie Tea Lady and I was told invalid. So then I just said, fuck it, I didn't wake.
That I didn't do Tea Lady, but I did the same thing. I did Undertaker.
Okay. Tried Pixie Undertaker and failed.
Yep. And then you didn't wake?
Yeah. Same with you?
Yeah, didn't wake.
Okay, fun. So, yeah, Pixie's either in play or a bluff.
Yep, for sure.
So, whoever the real Pixie is, I want them killed. Because they took...
agreed.
Okay, great.
Perfect. Sounds good. Let's see.
What are you choosing to share?
I'm trying to force myself into a non-waking position.
Oh, okay. I'm forcing myself into a number position.
Into a number. So did you do a number night 1?
Yes. I got a number. I got a 1.
Okay, awesome. You got a 1. Night 1,
Yeah.
1. Perfect.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, we're in a 3-way. Hell yeah. I did not wake.
Oh, it's a party.
Yes, it's a party.
I wanted to
also
wake, but I did not wake.
Oh wow. What were you trying to do?
I was trying to do like a clockmaker, a math, or an empath.
Okay, that means that means we should have 3 waking rolls if you weren't able to.
Or 4. There's also Pixie. John K, you said you tried to wake or you did not wake?
I did not wake. No.
You did
I
want
didn't
to
try.
wake? Okay.
No.
See, that's why I thought that most people wouldn't pick to wake.
But
So it's interesting.
Addie, are you sharing anything before 10 seconds?
Yeah, I am gonna try to wake tomorrow. I chose not to wake today.
Did not wake. Wow. No one's woken up.
Okay.
Not in this group.
Bye.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Hello, Jontaman Dog.
What's up, Dwarf?
Not much.
What'd you get up to in the night?
I'm trying to force myself into a non-waking position.
Force yourself into a non-waking.
I'm hoping for one of the townsfolk roles, but we'll see what it ends up being.
Yeah, that is the risk.
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet whether I'm gonna go for not waking or a.
So, but you did decide to not wake night 1 then?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't wake night 1.
Okay.
But I might wake night 2. I haven't decided.
Yeah, there's a lot of roles that allow you to make that decision night 2.
Yeah. So keeping my options open for now.
Perfect.
Yellow, you were
How are
first. I am good. How are you?
I am good. I did not wake.
Okay, didn't wake. I did wake. I chose to wake and I learned a 0.
Oh, that's actually a super helpful number to learn.
Yeah,
because-
that's why I selected it. I was glad that it was approved.
Yeah, I thought that if I did wake, learning a 0 was something I would want to do because that tells us that so you can't be a clockmaker. So you either have to be an empath, and both Mason and I are good, or you're a mathematician and everybody got correct information, or nobody's ability malfunctioned.
Yeah.
Or
I'm drunk.
you're drunk or puzzle drunk.
Yeah.
So if we can get someone pretty early on to make a puzzle master guess, that might not be a bad shout, but maybe wait like another day or 2.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, I'm torn. I mean, I'll probably either do a 0 or a 1 tonight.
Okay.
But because I think it will depend if I'm trying to go with empath or trying to go with mathematician, but I will let you know what I end up doing. So you didn't wake. Are you going to potentially try to collapse into Golem by like not nominating, or what are you trying to do?
No, I was thinking about trying to go for either like Gambler, Undertaker. Like I would like to try to be able to collapse worlds, but I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna go for that, so we'll see.
I mean, they might not. It's worth trying.
Yeah, that was quick. Damn.
I know.
I only
Talk
got
to you
2
soon.
combos.
How's it going, Mason?
Good. What'd you do?
I have not done anything yet. I have not woken up.
Okay. You didn't even try?
I didn't even try.
All right, me neither.
Do you know what you're planning on doing? Are you planning on trying to wake?
I want to be I want to be an outsider by the end of this. Specifically, I would love to be the golem. Second choice, damsel is fine.
So trying for outsider. You want to be a Fango.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way, but yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. I am not trying for that. I'm trying to wake up on night 2.
Oh, like the starting finger.
Exactly. See, now we understand each other.
Well, you probably don't want. Yeah, don't do it tonight. But at some point, I might crash myself into an outsider, and then you can just jump to me. And that'll be
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, at that point, we can just talk to each other and like make sure we pick the same night where I choose Mason and you choose to become the Fangu.
I don't think I can. I don't think that's an option. But yeah,
That's roughly how that works, right, Andrew?
Sure. welcome back to town. I will first hear anything that anybody wants to say before we open up nominations. We'll start at the top of the grim with Dwight.
I would like to gossip that both of my neighbors are good.
Heard. Dorf. I just want to remind everybody, if you are gossiping, to please try to do it slowly and clearly, since any of you could be the gossip. Dorf.
I am gossiping that nobody's quantum state has collapsed.
Heard. John.
Does anyone want to confess to picking me during the night? Don't worry, it won't reveal anything about your alignment at all.
That's a good question.
No, but I can try tomorrow.
Picking?
Steven.
He's lying. It's a trap.
Pick.
Exactly. Minion.
I would like to gossip that empath is a demon bluff.
Heard. Ham.
My hand is not up.
Oh, sorry. Bryce.
I would like to gossip that Pixie is a demon bluff.
Heard.
Damn it.
John K.
I would like to gossip that damsel is not in play.
Heard. Bobby.
I would like to gossip that at least one of my neighbors are evil.
Heard. Sarah.
I would like to gossip that the demon selected a player last night.
Heard. Bobby, your hand's still up?
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Wait, who all is gossiped? I missed some of them.
I made a list, so I can put it in public chat if you want to.
That would be great.
Thanks.
I will do that.
I'm not tracking every gossip.
Once again, I don't track gossips in a real game.
John.
I just want to say, if you got an evil ping on me last night, don't worry about it. I'm the recluse.
Steven. You're muted, Steven.
Yeah. I'm fine with everyone knowing the course of my events night one. I tried to wake and learn a 0 and was told, no. And I tried to wake and learn a 1 and I was told, no. So I don't wake. But I think that could be potentially good information for everyone to know that right off the bat, at least for me, those two options were ineligible.
What were the two again?
Learn a 0 and learn a 1, night 1.
Bobby.
I can confirm that Steven's information because I too tried the exact same thing.
The same numbers too, Bobby?
Yeah.
Did
No.
either one of you try to say that you learned it too?
No, we weren't given I wasn't given the option. I don't know about him.
I gave up. I basically said I gave one option the first time, and the second one I said I wake and learn a 1. If not eligible, I do not wake. So I could have kept trying and maybe tried to reach like a sober clock number or something. But
Did anyone successfully wake up and pick a number?
I'm admitting.
I mean, there's reasons for them to hide still. But I would say I was told I just didn't wake. I didn't get a third time to try.
Shane, did you want to elaborate further, or is that just yours out?
Not
Sounds
yet.
like
No.
Okay.
Sounds like if Bobby and
Yeah,
Steven
there's 3 rules that learn a number. So if 4 or 5 people tried, then 2 people are forced out of it.
Or even less if one of them's a demon bluff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
That's why I gossiped about empath being a demon bluff, just in case it's just not even eligible for anyone. But I have heard of someone that woke up night 1 and learned a 0. I get why they would want to keep it a secret, but there's someone that at least claimed that as a possibility.
I think we should assume that Bobby and Steven both have empath 2s. So evil team is Dwight, John K, Pam, and Addie.
I don't like that.
Dwight, let's get
So
him.
I did think that,
Vote
like,
John out.
that was my thought. That I made a note that I could have been like told not to that because maybe I was sitting like next to 2 evil people.
Okay,
I think
Then you like
Well-
that would mean you're already locked out of being drunk. You're already locked out of being puzzle drunk. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
sitting next to an evil player like locks you out of the number. I think it's more likely that either it's a demon bluff or we had like too many people try to wake.
Oh, I agree. I just made the note because it's also a world.
That's super interesting because I talked to a bunch of people that didn't wake. So I feel like there might be some people who are not being forthcoming with what happened.
Only 4 people can wake night 1, right, out of the townsfolk?
Yeah.
Right.
So there's going to be a small fraction that wake, and especially if 1 or 2 of those could be a demon bluff, then that really limits it. So I get why there'd be ineligible, but that almost makes it like, couldn't I have been a clockmaker that's the drunk and got a 0? Like, that's not even a possibility. So
right, that's what I mean.
I'm gonna
That's
open up
why I'm
nominations
saying
now.
It's either a demon bluff or like people who took the roles.
I'm supposed to nominate off of this?
Yeah, is there a
Because
reason in this game to nominate or not nominate and try and
Try and
execute?
force positions.
Undertaker and
Jason.
Cannibal?
Yeah,
Undertaker, Cannibal.
I will not be nominating for reasons.
If somebody thinks that they're
That's
a
another
clock-
thing that's a golem.
Oh.
If somebody thinks that they're a clockmaker, and then we can kill them, and the Undertaker can, if someone can
Nope.
try to collapse into Undertaker and confirm
Try
them,
to see them as
Cannibal.
or
Nobody
Cannibal,
can
and try to
confirm,
get
really,
the same number.
Clockmaker, though.
Well, they don't know for sure if they're a clockmaker necessarily.
Yeah, it's too early for them to know that.
No, but if you have a number higher than a 3, it's more likely.
We could try to
Or
figure
evil
out
player game.
some things.
I think we should start. And I'm fine if it needs to be me. I think we should just try to execute someone and see if we can maybe see if Tea Lady is a possibility.
I mean, people are probably not going to die because of those possibilities. Like, all of these people that haven't waked, which is the majority of us, could be a tea lady. So I think it's interesting to try out, because if someone does die, it's very informative.
Or any of us could also be a fool.
That's true.
I will nominate
Steven.
I'm gonna nominate Addie.
Steven nominates Addie. Tell us why.
Because I know that I didn't wake, and I also tried a 0 and a 1. So I don't know if I were an empath, maybe those numbers are ineligible. And I could be a tea lady. So there's those options as well. If Addie dies, it could be informative. But we don't have to.
Addie, your defense.
Yeah. I mean, I had a plan. I kind of wanted to get to do my plan, but I understand that everybody wants to do that. So if we want to go ahead and do this, that's fine.
Any pertinent?
I wouldn't assume everyone had the same plan.
I only feel bad because I think we all want to play, like, see how far we can get. So I do feel I feel a little morally bad about trying to.
Well, I mean,
This is a game of Clocktower. We have to execute. Otherwise,
Yeah, someone has to get voted out.
There's a world
I
where
know,
Addie's
but
still
like, do we
alive.
have to do it now?
Well, she's probably not gonna die. It's quantum
Yeah, there's
clock.
better odds of surviving than dying.
At least we know we're good people, CJ.
All right. Majority is
I didn't
eight,
claim that.
starting with Steven.
Look at it. Anyone we execute will still live, at least for today.
Steven's trying to lock themselves into Tea Lady.
Wow. Or DA.
8 is enough.
Oh.
Addie is marked for execution. Any other nominations? Addie.
I'll nominate Steven.
Addie nominates Steven. Tell us why.
I didn't wake night 1, so I could be the tea lady. No, I just the same things as Steven, but I just it's no big deal. Either way, I just thought it was funny.
Steven, your defense.
Yeah, I'm just as valid an option as Addie. So follow your heart.
Any pertinent?
Addie said Uno reverse.
The frequency of these vibes are perturbing my orbital level.
Retweet.
It is 8 to tie, 9 to execute, starting with Pam.
Last night, me and Steven did a life swap. Tonight, we're trying to kill each other, so it's going well.
5 is not
Alright.
enough. Any
Thank you,
other
King.
nominations? I go to the end of this timer.
I mean, I think you're fine, Addy. Good players are way more likely to survive execution in this game than evil
Yeah.
players.
That's
You're
true.
the Addy dying.
I only nominated a neighbor because I failed to get a 0 and a 1, so I'm just going off that.
No, the logic
Can't wait
makes
to go
sense.
for the mayor win, guys.
All right. With that, Addy has been executed. The following players' superpositions have collapsed to only contain states where they have died. Addy.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh.
Spaghetti-o.
Oh.
Well, I guess Fishy and Steven can't be the lady.
I mean, we could be.
That's
So you could be.
Clocktower
Yeah,
side,
Addy.
could be.
It's still, they still could be.
And one of Addie or Pam or Sarah could be evil, and
That's why when you're to the demon, you choose somebody, I think. Because then you get to exist in a position where you're the leech. But it's hard. That was rough. I don't know a way to save Addie. She just happened to be the first person nominated. Steven was very vocal. I don't think we would have ever pulled it off of Addie. Maybe we'll get a game 2 in here. There still exists a world where I could be the mastermind. So we're about to go into a mastermind day. So we really need to force someone who's not Bryce, someone who's not Fishy, someone who's not me, and someone who's not Addie to be nominated. So hopefully that works out.
Okay, we can do this. All right, all in one conversation. Oh boy!
How crazy.
This is...
So we're doing a game 2, right?
Oh, I guess... Oh man, I did not prepare. I guess once Addie was the demon, I could have prepared for this.
This is just a practice round. It's fine.
All right. Well, we run this night.
Incredible.
Everyone gets a make a choice token except for Dorf and Shane.
Yes, I think just for clarity's sake, tell Shane he does not wake.
Yep. But just for doing the make a choice, it's everybody else.
Yes.
And obviously not Addie.
Correct. Yeah.
So Bobby, Dwight. Yeah, Adam, do you want to go talk to Addie?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna jump to the other minions.
I'll send the you do not wakes to the Dorf and Shane.
Perfect.
How are you feeling?
You know what? I am really hoping that the superposition that Dorf falls into is Mastermind. I don't know if that's how this works. I assume that since because Dorf apparently was forced into not waking, so I assumed that one of Bryce or Fishy would have picked me, but it's fine. Oh well. This isn't the end of the world. I think people still think I'm good. Which means they're thinking that the people around me are evil. There are still ways for us to win as the evil team as long as we don't execute Fishy next. Or Bryce or Dorf. I just need to keep them alive. So I need to throw major sus on other people. Does that make sense? I think that's what I need to do. Or
What are the superpositions that could have collapsed that quickly? Other than me being the demon. I should have picked Leech. Oh well. If I woke... I don't know. I'll look at the thing more. Okay. Is there anything else you want to say to me? Want to ask?
I'm good. You're just talking. That's all you need to do.
I know. I'm using this as my thinking time.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, so I tried to get myself into the poisoner DA position to hopefully be able to protect our demon eventually. Unfortunately, that blew up in our faces. But knowing that I didn't wake, forcing me into the Baron or Mastermind makes me think I've now collapsed into Mastermind. So we're going to have to try and get a good person executed on day 2.
So I definitely have collapsed my superposition in either to be the clockmaker or just the drunk clockmaker. You know, they said to me, you got to hit that double slit experiment to find out what I am, Maxwell Planck. And I said, no to you, because 6.66 times 10 to the negative 34th, that Planck's constant, I took that. I found my superposition. So stupid. So stupid. That's all I got. Thank you.
Fishy chose Dwarf.
Oh no. Okay, Bryce chose Pam. So I think this just means that Fishy is the DA.
Yes, because Bryce chose Pam night 1 as well, right?
Right. Well, for that reason, but also because if Fishy chose Dwarf, it was the poisoner. The game would be over.
Which is possible, but because Bryce chose the same player twice,
Bryce has locked in as the poisoner. Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, excellent. I mean, again, this game is ending today. But okay, terrific. We have people who have locked into roles.
How are you feeling?
Well, this is.
Talk.
I mean, I guess we're in the mastermind day. This. Man, wow. What a pickle we have found ourselves in. I guess it's a mastermind day because Addie's the demon. Addie's dead. I did vote on Addie, which is super unfortunate. But in my mind, she was gonna pick Leech. But I guess she didn't. That's probably on me. But like, I was trying to vote with Sarah because Sarah and I kind of hard claimed to each other. I'm claiming that I tried to collapse into the pixie and it failed, and so is Dwight. So that was helpful for me because I was like, okay, well, at least somebody else did it, so it can, like, it's not just me. So that's helpful, but I don't know what's gonna happen today. I mean, Adam, you're being so good about just sitting there and listening to me. Anyways, that's how I feel currently. So, and I'm going to feel really bad if this quantum game only goes to 2 days. Which I guess is maybe not possible. So, anyways, that's me. So,
thanks, Bryce.
Hey, anytime. Call me whenever.
Your demon is dead. I need your thoughts.
That is why I did not vote for her. Cannot believe she did not try to go for Leech. I almost tried to go for a DA and protect her, but I was like, on the chance I'm the poisoner, I don't want to be poisoning her. So now we have to go for a mastermind win. Like, that's our only shot. The good news is I think that because the game continues, that means that there's a world where Dwarf is the mastermind, which means Dwarf has to be the mastermind because the game didn't end, right? So if we can just execute someone good tomorrow, then we win, I think. Let's see. I'm trying to play it the way I was planning to play it when I was good. So that's my thoughts.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you, Fishy.
Who are our players who woke up and chose a player? Let's start with that.
Yeah, that seems easiest. That would be Bobby, Steven,
And John K.
John K.
Now, John K
But it
is
can't.
John K is saying that Eddie was the monk.
Correct.
So that's
So-
off the table. That's an invalid choice. That's easy.
Yeah.
Which means that one of Bobby and Steven is the monk, and one of Bobby and Steven is the lycanthrope.
Yes. I'm going to send John K a message that says invalid choice, you do not wake. Because he is either the pixie or the drunk, and Addie is not the pixie.
Yes.
Or the monk.
The monk.
Alright, so Bobby and Steven are locked in as our monk and lycanthrope.
Our monk
correct?
and lycanthrope either could be puzzle drunk, I suppose, but we don't really need to worry about that.
So I am putting the pixie token on John K for right now.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, so we just got word that I do wake and I chose the white. So that means that I can only be the monk or the lichen, which would be funny if I'm the lichen. But I don't think that necessarily means that the white's gonna, if I was a lichen, that he would die. But I think I would need to confirm that, though, if I was... that would be interesting how they do that, because he could die at a later date. But do we want him to die? I kind of hope I'm the monk, I guess, in a way. We'll see. But at least I can narrow it down to 2. There's no other... I'm not seeing anything else where I pick a name and it works, so... We're on the track. We're on a good track. So I just realized that I could also be a cannibal. It just depends what Addie is. So it's not... It's a possibility, maybe a low one, but we can't write that one off. So I'm going to highlight that one in blue. Okay.
Dwight, John, and Pam all woke and saw roles, none of which are accurate Undertaker, any of which... I mean, the question is there a real game state where a poisoned cannibal would see the Fengu as a pixie, which is an in-play role? No, right? That's not an actual thing that happens.
Sorry, what was that?
Would a poisoned cannibal ever get pixie information when a demon dies, even though pixie is an in-play role and they weren't bluffing it?
I mean, they're poisoned, so you can tell them anything.
Yeah.
So
that's how they had the Undertaker and Cannibal both getting drunk Undertaker information in that one game on stream.
Okay, so CJ's isn't an invalid choice either. CJ could be a poisoned cannibal gambling. Right? Eddie could have been the gambler. CJ is gambling. He could be the cannibal. He can't be the gambler, but he could be the cannibal.
Correct.
Are any of these actually invalid choices? Yes, there has to be some invalid. Well, multiple people could... Okay, so it's going to be... All these people who think they're choosing Undertaker or other roles are actually choosing Poisoned Cannibal. And we have to do a dice roll for who's the actual Poisoned Cannibal.
I am having a grand old time. On night 1, I chose not to wake to keep my options open. I wasn't sure yet whether I wanted to not wake at all or wake on night 2. And then after the after Addie was executed and said that she did wake, I thought I would take a chance at trying to gain her ability as the cannibal. So I said that I learned lycanthrope in the night. I have not heard back yet, so we will see if I do in fact learn lycanthrope as the pixie.
Cool. Thank you.
Bye.
Harry gets you wake and learn 0. So Hannah and Sarah are the drunk and puzzle drunk.
Yes.
With the empath and math tokens.
So if they are drunk and puzzle drunk, nobody else can get false information. Unless they're
except for the player who's poisoned.
Except for Pam.
Except for Pam.
I could be lots of things this game, Adam. I could be an empath with a 0 on my neighbors, is what I'm hoping for. I'd love when my neighbors are good. I could also be a mathematician. And we have a Fangu, and we don't have a poisoner, and we don't have a puzzle drunk. That's an option. And so I could just learn math 0s this whole game. Or I can just straight up be the drunk.
Okay.
I think those are the only options currently right now in the worlds I am in.
So my first thought is that I am trying to collapse. I'm also cheersing with my nephew while I do a confessional, FYI. But I think that Pixie didn't work for at least Bryce because it's probably a demon bluff. I'm personally trying to collapse into empath, so that's why I chose 0 again. If I get told no for 0, I'm interested in collapsing into either empath or mathematician. The only risk that I see is I could be collapsing into drunk. But I wanted to do something that had like as narrow options as I could of what I could be. And so not waking felt too risky. Those are my thoughts. And I think Addie's probably evil. I don't know how, but I think if you die that fast, probably evil.
Feeling okay. I'm given the chance that I can choose my role, and I'm always going to choose outsider. Golem, in particular, is one of my favorite characters ever. I didn't realize it until Pam brought it up. It also makes me a Fangu target, which is funny. So I would be more than okay with that. I'm in fact tempted to lock myself in as Puzzle Master at some point, just so I can be a potential target, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Either lock myself in as an outsider to get jumped to, or hold off as long as I can to try and get collapsed into Golem. Other than that, I don't know. Someone's probably evil between Pam, Steven, and Addie, just based on the death over there, but who knows?
Okay, so the only players left now are Dwight, John, CJ, and Pam. So Pam can be the Undertaker. Any of them could be the cannibal. Pam could be the Undertaker. Correct?
Yes.
Only Pam could be the Undertaker because she's poisoned. She's kidding. As you would do, the poisoner token for the Fengu. But sure. So did that lock her in as Undertaker?
Yes.
Because she's the only one who can be Undertaker. Okay.
Correct.
Pam is the Undertaker.
Look at that. Exactly what she wanted.
There you go. That is what she wanted. She was poisoned both nights. All right, so that is a valid pick. You wake and learn Poisoner. Bobby chose Dwight and Steven chose
Pam.
Bobby chose Dwight.
We actually need to.
We have no way of collapsing either of them into monk or lycanthrope.
I was hoping that they both picked Dwight and Dwight was just dead.
No, in that world, Dwight would just be the faux pas.
That's fair too.
Okay, so Dwight cannot wake because Dwight's pick is invalid. We need a damsel, a puzzle master, and a recluse. We need 3 people not waking.
It would be a damsel, puzzle master, and a drunk.
Right, but we have 4 outsiders, right?
Thought we had 3.
Oh, we have 3 outsiders. We have 3. We have base 2 plus 1. Okay. So only. All right. So one of John or CJ is the cannibal. Let's start with that. 1 for John, 2 for CJ. Hold on, I pressed the wrong button. Roll. 2. So CJ is the cannibal. Okay, which is actually a cannibal information, which is that he got a bluff. He gambled.
Is that what he's doing, or is he trying to gamble himself as the gambler?
Well, he's gambling himself as the gambler, but as the cannibal, he would gamble if Eddie was the gambler.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So he thinks he's going to lock in as the gambler. He's going to lock in as the cannibal.
And again, a poisoned cannibal who is trying to gamble incorrect information and not dying because they are poisoned.
And because they don't have the gambler ability.
Correct.
So CJ wakes and learns. You pick CJ as gambler. Okay, so what is still open here? Gossip, fool, puzzle master, recluse.
And only one of the puzzle master and recluse can be in play, right?
Correct.
We have to have
Cannot
a
be
puzzle
both.
master.
It has to be a puzzle master. It can't be a recluse because we need both
no,
Hannah.
because Hannah was poisoned.
But Hannah's not poisoned now, and she's still getting the
there
0.
needs to be a puzzle master. You're right.
So it needs to be a puzzle master. So of these 2 players, it's a puzzle master, a gossip, or a fool. No matter what, they do not wake. Right? Dwight and John do not wake.
Correct.
One of them is the puzzle master, and the other is either the fool or the gossip.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we want to put notes down on all of that at this point?
Yeah.
Not that it matters that much, but
Puzzle master, damsel, and drunk are our 3 outsiders, Jen.
yes.
Dwight gets invalid choice, you do not wake. John gets invalid choice. They're going to think this game is going so long. Either Dwight, John, or Mason is the damsel, but no matter who they guess, that person just becomes not the damsel.
Yep.
The only way for evil to win is if they execute somebody who is good.
So just for clarity here, Bobby is either monk or lichen.
Mm-hmm.
Dwight is. What are the options for right here?
Dwight is either the recluse. Sorry, the puzzle master, the damsel, the fool, or the gossip.
Gossip, fool, puzzle master, and damsel.
Yeah, and that's the same for John and Mason.
Gossip, fool, puzzle, damsel. For John.
I agree, Jen. It doesn't make any sense for them to damsel guess on a mastermind day. It gives a clear sign of an evil.
Sarah is either empath, math, drunk, or puzzle drunk. Same with Hannah.
Well, they are. Puzzle drunk is not a role, right? So they are either empath or math, and one of them is the drunk, and one of them is puzzle drunk.
Correct. I put it this way.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. And then Steven is monk or lichen.
Steven is monk or lichen.
Okay, cool.
And everybody
so we
else
have
is locked
everyone's
in. Yep.
roles. Yep, cool.
All right, and nobody's collapsed into death.
Correct.
Nope.
Because we don't know who the lichen is, and we don't know gossips. So.
And whoever the lichen picks would be the faux pas anyway. Good morning, town. No additional players' superpositions have collapsed. Eddie.
I woke in night 1, and I told them the number 4, and it was accepted. So that basically means I had to be Clockmaker, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
You also could be a mathematician. That's puzzle
Mathematician,
drunk.
theoretically.
Chunk.
Yeah.
Or
I think you would have to be the drunk mathematician, though.
Okay.
I don't think nothing's wake night.
You'd have right. You'd have to be a mathematician that's
math
drunk in
4.
some way.
Did you turn me into something?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I still haven't woken up.
Okay. Are you going for anything in particular?
If you make me the golem, I'm not going to be upset.
Oh my gosh! I wonder if other people are going for that. Probably they wouldn't have the ability to declare that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody I think if you gamble me as the golem, obviously there's a chance you could die, but if that's still a viable option for me, and then you make yourself wake up the next night, that kind of forces me into that position.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And you'd be okay with that?
Oh, I want to be an outsider. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. The only risk is that I'm just going to check if you can't be the golem. I wonder if I would still die. I guess is what I'm wondering.
Excuse me.
You know what I mean?
Like there's a world where you could still be the drunk or the puzzle drunk, or
that's also true.
Possibly like very niche, but maybe you got picked by a minion night 2 who could be the poisoner.
Sure.
But I think, I mean, I'd say go for it. Like that would be my ideal. I want to be a golem. I want to try and golem punch someone at some point this game.
All right, so. I'll see what I can do, and I'll let you know if I end up doing it.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, cool.
So
the number.
I have not woken up so far.
Okay.
So you can be a clockmaker or mathematician, but that's very unlikely to have a sober 4.
Yeah. Or the drunk.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially if there's a Baron or a Fangu, which are possibilities.
True.
So. Yeah.
Sad if it's a Fangu and you didn't get jumped to.
So you are trying to make yourself the cannibal.
I tried and I wasn't
able to. Got it.
Which means I couldn't even.
What were you able to do?
I couldn't even be the drunk cannibal.
If I'm taking drunk.
Yeah, if you're taking drunk,
that could be what it is.
Or someone else could have tried to do cannibal and they got chosen over me. Because I think if multiple people try to do the same thing, they do a dice or something to decide.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. So right now
Thank you. That's very useful.
Yep. Thank you.
Are you still getting a number?
Yeah, I got another number.
Yeah, I got a message. You do not wake. So Clockmaker 1.
Oh, so Addie is lying.
Yeah, or a mathematician, but
yeah.
I was like, oh, I gotta tell someone real quick. I was like, let me go tell Hannah and make sure. Well, I guess you're not a clockmaker.
Yeah, I'm not. I got another 0.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's why I tried first 0 and then 1. That's why I believe Steven too, because I was like, I did the same thing. I was like 0, okay, 1, accepted.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, just letting you know. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey.
Well,
we're in a mastermind day.
Yep.
So we really need to make it not fishy, you or me. I'm the mastermind.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Who did you pick?
Pam.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks,
Yeah.
Bryce. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that but I've picked Pam twice in a row, so I have to be a poisoner.
Okay. So hopefully Fishy picked one. Oh no, that's not how it works, right? Oh no. That's not how it works. Hopefully Fishy protected somebody that is not executed then.
Yeah. What are you? Or sorry, what are you claiming?
I'm saying that I'm not waking up. I'm trying to force myself into tea lady, mayor, or gossip is kind of what I'm saying.
Okay, great. I'm also trying to do that, sort of. So.
Perfect.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Bryce.
See ya.
All right.
Okay. I think a monk.
You think you're okay.
I picked you last night, and it was accepted.
You picked me and it was accepted. Okay.
So I narrowed it down to Lycan and monk.
Got it. I tried to, because Addie said the trade woke. I was like, okay, I wake and learn damsel, trying to get damsel out of the game, like by being Undertaker and forcing Addie to being damsel.
Mm-hmm.
But then she said like, oh, I woke up. I was like, well, fuck, I'm gonna be told that's invalid, and I was told invalid and immediately told I do not wake up. So I didn't have any more choices. I was just told I don't wake up.
Okay, maybe you are gonna be the golem. I protected you though.
Yeah, so like I said, that tells me for sure that Monk, Lycan, Gambler, Undertaker, and Cannibal, assuming that Addie is telling the truth about the number thing, are all claimed or bluffed. The fact that I was no longer given options after my thing failed, I was told you don't wake. So
wait,
all
what
five
were
of
the
those,
3 you just said?
all 5 of these are either claimed or bluffs. Monk, Lycan, Gambler, Undertaker, Cannibal. All of those have to be bluffs or claimed by players.
Okay, so if I could still be the Lycan, I guess, and you could either be evil or sit next to a tea lady.
Yes.
So those are still worlds, actually.
In that case, I'm down to, I guess, get executed to see if I'm next to a tea lady. Because it's either Monk and you protected me, and that's why no death happened, or you're like I'm next to tea lady. So we could execute, because as far as I'm aware, I have to be.
Why would you? Why don't you go for Shade?
I'm worried I could be an outsider, I guess. Because what outsider is helpful, right? I could be gossip, fool, tea lady myself. Actually, yeah, I could be tea lady myself, and then you're the monk. I could be mayor, or I could be an outsider. Those are the only things left for me.
You can't be. Yeah, if I'm the monk, okay, yeah, you can still be tea lady. All right.
Yeah.
We're narrowing it down, at least.
So yeah, we can go for Shane, or we can go for me. Either one works.
We'll think about it.
Yeah, Shane. Then it could. Yeah, Shane, because then we could hide with his Dwarf or John as the tea lady. Okay, yeah, that works. We'll figure that out. I'll see if Dwarf woke up too, because that'd be helpful as well for collapsing things. Great.
All right, thanks.
You know, I have had a whirlwind of an evening. Let me tell you. Okay.
Let me get my notes.
So day 1, I tried to be the Pixie Undertaker. Didn't work. Did not. So then I was like, well, I don't feel like trying to do a bunch of crap right now. So because I had something ready, but then I was like, I don't really want to do that. So then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna not wake. So then I chose to not wake. And then last night I chose you. I tried to pick you, and then I was told that I had to choose again that was invalid, and I was like, okay. Strange. I was really confused. And then so then am I here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Then I said, okay, well, what if I gamble that Dwight is the lycanthrope? And then I was told to choose again. And I was
invalid.
Like, or is it not invalid? So and then I chose not to wake again because I got bored and I was allowed to do that. So
well, if there's gambler still available, you can gamble me if it's not invalid. But
okay, sounds good.
Well, no, I guess you did not wake again. You already fell into that.
Yeah, so I don't know.
All right, bye.
I have so many things on my notes, and I don't like it. I ended up not waking again, and that was fine. But I chose 2 other things. I picked Shane. I was told to choose. That was invalid, and then I chose Dwight as the lycanthrope, and that was also wrong. And so then I forget. I'm just gonna go to sleep and see if that works, and it did. So.
Okay, bye.
Hey, Hannah.
So, did you wake?
No, I chose to not wake either night. I'm trying to force myself into either mayor, tea lady, fool, gossip, one of those.
Okay. I woke night 1 and learned a number.
Night 1 learned a number, but you did not wake night 2?
Correct.
Okay. I think that's only Clockmaker then, right?
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, perfect.
All right, thanks, Hannah.
Thanks.
Hey.
Did you wake?
No, I'm the mastermind.
Okay, I'm the Fingu.
Yep. Yeah, Fishy gave me the rundown. I'm bluffing that I'm not waking up, trying to hit mayor, tea lady, fool, gossip, one of those ones that doesn't wake up at all.
E-Lady.
Yep.
It's a bluff.
Yeah, Fishy, let me know.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Hey,
That
I'm gonna let
sucks.
Sarah come in here because Sarah, I just wanted to get to some other people too. So,
You're good.
John K, have you not woken at all?
That sucks. I did not wake the first night. I woke the second night.
Did wake the second night. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are you sharing what you did or no?
I don't know if it's helpful yet to share what I did, but
Okay.
yeah, it's not helpful yet.
Sarah, I
Are
did
you guys
what we
sharing
were
anything?
messaging about. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna trust John K.
What's the plan?
If you're okay with that.
Yeah, we can trust.
Okay.
I like
So
trust.
I collapsed into gambler, which was my hope before this started. So I did not wake the first night, but then yesterday I woke up and I gambled Sarah as an empath. And I'm still alive, I think.
I am the reason why Steven and
Bobby
White weren't able to get zeros. I woke night 1 and I got a 0. I woke night 2 and I got a 0.
Interesting. Okay, you woke both nights. You gambled Sarah already. Okay.
So the thing is, I mean, it's totally up to you if you want to share it or not. But what I'm hoping to do is to gamble like 2 or 3 people and then force my death. That way, the 2 people that I gambled before I force my death are locked into their roles. So if you, John K, are not locked into your role, like for example, if you could be a monk or a lichen, I can gamble you as one of them to try to lock you into whichever one you want to be. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I can try to find someone else who wants to be locked.
Yeah, I don't want to do that yet.
Okay, no worries.
That could be risky. Who died? No one died.
No one died. Well, that we can tell, but it
That we
could
see.
be that they hit a fool. It could be that someone was potentially monk. I mean, there's like a million possible worlds.
Okay. Just a heads up. We did have 2 other people who said they woke up.
Night 1?
Well, Shane. Yeah. Shane and someone else said that she
I-
woke up. So
I have Shane waking up, Sarah waking up, Addie waking up. Is there some?
there's one other person that told me they woke up. Yes.
Oh, interesting. Did they all say they learned Oh, okay. That would be helpful to know if it's like a pick. Oh,
yeah.
Did
Sorry.
they all say they learned numbers or like?
Yes, the one I spoke with learned 0.
Okay. Do you want to see who that is or no?
No, you don't have
I'll
to tell
check
us.
it
It's fine.
tomorrow. I might give you it if you want to gamble it.
Okay.
I would check it
1
tomorrow.
minute. Let me jump around
You
and
have
try
it?
to find someone else who wants to be gambled.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What up?
Hey, Mason.
What do you got?
I'm not waking up during the nights. I'm trying to hit one of those rolls.
Okay, I haven't woken up yet either.
Okay, no wakes. Perfect.
Let's see. Sarah seems to think she has something pretty good from her 2 nights. She woke up. I haven't heard her night 2 info yet.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully she'll share that then in town.
Yeah. So, all right, cool.
All right, thanks, Mason.
And 4 was accepted.
Okay, got it. Perfect. I did not wake up last night. I was forced into not waking up.
Okay.
Right. Sounds good.
So yeah, I was forced into 4, which
Okay.
is a weird thing to be forced into.
1 and 3 failed. Okay. Noted. All right,
I
perfect.
didn't want to do 2 because I didn't want to be the empath.
So valid. Okay.
Have you woken up?
Position has collapsed. What up?
Oh, what are you?
1.
Wait, how do you know?
I got told I did not wake. I chose a 1 first night. Did not wake. Got a message, do not wake last night, so.
I don't know how I disappeared.
Well, you're stuck with me, Steven.
How unfortunate.
Did you hear what Addie said when we woke up?
She whispered to me that she woke night 1 and saw 4. Is that what she told the
That's
town?
what she told town.
Yeah, which is very... Here's the thing. Unless T-Lady's a bluff, which it's very possible they would choose that, especially for someone that was watching. Like, T-Lady looks like it could keep a lot of people alive. Just based on you don't know who it's going to be.
Steven, do you want to hear one secret that I will not tell anybody else?
Yeah, and I'll tell you a secret in return.
Give me yours. I'm scared.
It's not scary.
That voice is scary. That face is scary.
I woke last night and chose a player. So I'm either the monk or the lycanthrope.
Okay. Did you choose me?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I have my token collapse to 1.
Okay.
I chose poisoner. So I'm either the Undertaker. Well, I'm the Undertaker or the drunk is my token.
Yeah.
And then either I'm a sober and healthy Undertaker or I'm the drunk, puzzle drunk, leechos, or poisoned.
Yes. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. And you didn't like have anything else before that. You were just like, I wake and see poisoner.
Yeah. It was my first choice, and it is what I got.
Because I want to believe that Addie's evil.
Yes.
Because
first of all, yes. Second of all,
because in order for her to have survived, it's either like Teely's a bluff or Teely's like not a bluff, and she's what else could keep people alive? I guess in that case it's only DA, right?
Yeah.
Or fool. She could have theoretically, but she woke up, so she can't be the fool.
Right.
So there's that. Or if Teely's not a bluff, like Fishy's claiming to not have woken in night 1, so either rest could have been the Teely, so either Addie's evil, or like both you and Sarah have, or you and Sarah have to be evil, or Fishy's lying, and
I don't know what I'm going to say in town because I don't think that I'm going to spread that around. But
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's
okay, but maybe you're the monk who protected me, so that's a world.
If I'm the lycanthrope, then you could theoretically be dead at from this point forward. Is there anyone that you think? I don't know. We have nothing at this point, right? I just talked to you the whole day, but so we really don't have anything. But okay. Well, it's good to know at least. A lot of people might still not have like a role at all. So maybe we'll see if there's anything.
I want to live in the world where you're the monk and protecting me.
Me too. If you tell the truth, I hope so. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye, man.
Hey.
Sup, Junkie?
Man, I don't know where everyone's big picture of their camera is. Hey, were you able to wake yesterday?
I'm actually choosing to not wake. I wanted to land in either Mayor, Tea Lady, Fool, or Gossip.
Interesting. Okay. I did wake up.
Did you wake up both nights?
No, just the second night.
Just a second. Okay.
Never waking up. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Right, thanks, Junkie.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm gonna invite Addie in here.
Okay.
Because there's an odd number.
Yeah, there is an odd number.
Never mind.
I was in chats before. Oh, yep, she's in a chat now.
Dwight isn't, but it's fine.
Oh no, Dwight.
He'll find.
Okay.
He'll find a chat.
I will tell you that I know what my role is.
You do know. You've collapsed into, or you not collapsed, but you fell into one already.
I could be completely wrong, but I feel like, given what happened, I should be set. I could be drunk in some way or poisoned in some way, but I'm pretty sure I know what my ability is.
Okay, what is it?
I'll just tell you that much. I'm not gonna say yet.
So, did you wake night 1?
No.
Interesting. Do you think you're the monk?
No.
Do you think you're the cannibal?
I'm not saying. Not saying.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Did you wake at all?
Yes.
You woke last night?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I trust Fishy.
Hey, thank you. Mason,
still a zero?
I collapsed into gambler. Do you want to be gambled as something to lock you in?
Huh. That is a very hard claim.
Well, I don't think that it's as dangerous, to be honest, on this script, because there's only so much evil can do to you.
I don't think it's as dangerous, but what I'm saying is someone else has told me that they collapsed into gambler.
Who? I would like to execute that person.
Okay. It's one of my neighbors.
Okay.
Oh, not me.
I will be nominating them.
Oh,
I'm
did
not.
you wake?
No,
Either
no,
night?
no waking.
No waking? Okay.
Yeah.
Great, that helps a lot. Alright, I also didn't wake.
Perfect.
I was forced into not waking last night.
All right, welcome back to town. I will give some time for talking and gossip. John.
I will say that I've heard from someone that is convinced they have collapsed into the clockmaker. So, Addie, I don't think you're the clockmaker. If that person's telling the truth.
Steven.
I would like to gossip that Tea Lady is a demon bluff.
Bryce.
Yes, I would like to gossip that the Devil's Advocate is the minion not in play.
Heard. Dwarf.
I would like to gossip that at least 2 players have collapsed into a character.
Heard. Eddie.
Yeah, so I told y'all my number was 4. I didn't tell y'all how I got there. I told Dwight, but I woke and chose 1, told I couldn't. Woke and chose 3, told I couldn't, and then 4 was accepted. So.
Dwight.
I would like to gossip that the person we need to execute to win the game is one of Pam, Steven, Fishy, or Sarah.
Heard. Dwarf.
That was leftover, sorry.
CJ.
So, in a world where someone else believes they've collapsed into Clockmaker, Addie would then need to be collapsed into either the mathematician or the drunk.
I think if she's
Or
the
evil.
drunk, she could learn any number, so she would have to be the math or evil.
But she could be a drunk empath.
Or the
Or
person.
math would
Puzzle
be crazy.
She could be any of the empath clock. If not clockmaker, is collapse. She could be
There's
empath
not-
or mathematician and puzzle drunk. Joys into any.
There's not even enough for her to be a math 4 on night 1.
But I think if she's
drunk.
Yeah. And I don't think
then
you probably have puzzle drunk
then
out there
any
yet.
number would be accepted, right?
We could
get a 4.
CJ.
If you're puzzle master, like they don't, you can go to the storyteller at any time during the day, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone gone to talk to the storytellers or seen anyone go talk to the storytellers?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
John.
Then I don't think anyone would have collapsed into puzzle drunk.
Are nominations open?
Sure, we can open up
Someone
nominations.
could possibly.
Can I nominate my good neighbor Shane?
John nominates Shane. Tell us why.
Shane has told me he believes he is a Clockmaker 1. So we could test this, see if I'm the tea lady, which I could be because I have not woken yet. And worst case, we execute a Clockmaker and maybe an Undertaker learns that.
Shane, your defense.
Yeah, I behave both as a particle and a wave. Oh wait, sorry, that was I've gone through a phase shift and now occupy my home orbital for my Clockmaker roll of 1. Thank you. I'm fine with this. Science.
Any pertinent?
Sold.
A lot of votes.
I'm pretty.
Not enough votes.
Majority is 7, starting with John.
There you go, Dwight.
I mean, on that Maxwell Boltzmann constant.
Real.
Clockmaker 1 would be interesting. Or Shane's DA protected right now.
I'm pretty confident.
10 is enough. Shane is marked for execution. Any
Yeah,
other
Clockmaker
nominations?
Clockmaker
I'm
survived
curious,
night 2 would know.
Did anyone try to
What a math
collapse
one.
into Undertaker last night?
I attempted
I don't-
to, but the role I tried to give was under the assumption that Addie did not wait. So it did not work.
But if you were told invalid, that means you can't be the drunk?
So back to what people were
That's
saying
true.
before. Just because there's not a puzzle master in play doesn't mean that someone's not puzzle drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It
someone
could be
Right,
that
Puzzle.
multiple people have to be the puzzle master, but nobody has taken that role yet. If too many people got wrong information, they can necessitate that there must be a puzzle drunk before there's a puzzle master in play.
Interesting.
So then no one would know that they would need to be able to go make a guess.
Right.
I mean, couldn't theoretically anyone that hasn't woken go make a guess and force themselves to be the puzzle drunk? I mean, it's sort of a potential waste of the
Right,
ability.
but I mean, at this point, there's so many non-waking roles that, like, I don't know if we're.
I've seen Christine do it, so.
Any other
I have-
nominations?
If enough people. Okay.
Well, like in some ways, it's valuable because if you pick a player and then pick someone who's not the demon, you eliminate an option for that player to have received false info.
Last call for nominations. With that, the following players' superpositions have collapsed to only contain states where they have died. Shane.
Well, we know who's on Tea Lady.
And the game is over.
What?
Hey!
Okay. We're gonna go around the rim, and I want to see what people think they are.
That's so unfortunate.
Let's just start.
I really wanted to play for longer.
Let's just start with.
Let's play again.
With Steven. Steven, what do you think you were?
I'm going to assume I'm the lycanthrope.
All right, yeah. So you did not reach a final state. You were either the lycanthrope or the monk. Pam, what do you think you were?
Undertaker.
Pam, you were the Undertaker. What did you learn last night?
I learned poisoner.
Bryce, what do you think you were?
Poisoner.
There you go.
Bryce, you were the poisoner who picked Pam both nights.
Fuck you, Bryce.
Hannah, what do you think you were?
The drunk.
Yeah, you were either the drunk or you were puzzle drunk, but you were either an empath or a mathematician. John K., what were you?
Hey, I was a pixie monk.
You were the pixie monk. Bobby, what were you?
Lycan or monk.
Yes, you were the Lycan or the monk. Dwight, what were you?
One of like 7 things.
Yeah, you had like 5 roles that you could have been. Gossip, mayor, puzzle master,
Gossip, mayor, tea lady.
Not tea lady. You could not have been the tea lady.
Not tea lady.
The exact list was puzzle master, damsel, monk, mayor, fool, or gossip.
Yeah.
Why couldn't
just
it
those
be,
5.
Why couldn't he be tea lady?
We'll get there.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
It's elsewhere already.
Dwarf, what were you?
I'm the mastermind.
Dwarf is the mastermind. Shane, what were you?
Wait, what? What? Clockmaker?
Yes.
Yeah, Shane, you were the clockmaker.
No one died last night.
John, what were you?
Oh
In
no.
the same boat as Dwight.
Yes, you were in the same group as Dwight of roles. CJ, what were you?
Wow.
Gambler.
No, CJ, you were the cannibal.
Oh.
Mason, what were you?
Golem.
Sure. No, you were not the golem. I can tell you for sure you were not the golem.
Oh, come on.
But you could have been any of a few other roles. Sarah, what were you?
The empath.
Yeah, you were either the empath or the math, and you were also drunk or puzzle drunk. Fishy, what were you?
I guess I'm the DA.
Fishy is the DA. Addie, what were you?
Incredible.
You've got to be.
I'm the Fengu.
Oh my god.
The evil team has won. You executed your Fengu on day 1, leading to a mastermind win. When you killed the clockmaker.
That's what you get for voting me out.
The really funny thing is that Christy, I was saying earlier to Christy, I have like a million strategies for good, but none for evil. And she said, well, what if you pull evil? Let's do a fake scenario. Your evil team is Addie and John. What do? I said, I guess make Addie the demon and try to go for a mastermind win day 2.
Well, you did
it.
Here, but your bluffs in this game were Tea Lady, Golem, and Gambler. So when CJ tried to gamble himself, he fell into becoming the cannibal who gained the poisoned gambler ability. You couldn't be the Tea Lady, you couldn't be the Golem. And that has been a wild game of Quantum Clocktower.